on Tarzan, I was the artistic coordinator. So by that time, I had worked on another movie called Space Jam, and I had spent several years going around the world training people how to use one of the early animation software packages called Animo. And that software package had been bought by DreamWorks to make Prince of Egypt, by Warner Brothers to make Space Jam. So most of my work on Tarzan was not artistic, although occasionally I would join the team and work when they ran out of time or ran out of people, because they knew that I had those skills as well. But I wasn't involved in the background painting, but they used a really extraordinary brand new process called Deep Canvas, which allowed the painters for the three-dimensional environments to position paint strokes in the three-dimensional space. Previously, you would have had to create a flat roadkill painting and wrap that around the geometry of the trees. But this allowed them to move 3D wireframe geometry and paint onto it as though it was a physical object. So digital paint was used, but they also used traditional acrylic paints for most of the backgrounds. There are reasons why oil and watercolor are not always suitable. Watercolor was brought back into the Disney background department on Lilo and Stitch, but the background supervisor, Doug Ball, was done using acrylic paint, and it was done on watercolor paper and on specially prepared board. But the color had to be matched in the grading process and in post-production with what was happening in the digital environment so that the color scheme was the same.